burst that she does have.
She's got the burst as well as in that double sustain, the double support with that sustain. She's able to break through that with her burst damage. She's got a lot of damage there. You see her with the Zagara with the Tasser. It's a lot of damage. They're probably gonna round it out with another support to help to keep that Jaina, alive. Well, keep her so she can get many rotations off. Get those picks. That would be my guess. They have the Tassadar, normally not a full support. Could see Malfurion here. Could see possibly a Lily.
Yeah. And Wild Growth ends up
Maybe
picking...
a Brightwing.
Yeah, I mean, they need a support. They can't just go with Tassadar, so that's no problem at all. But on the side of Wild Growth, they end up picking up Tychus and Stitches to round out their top 5 for this map. Vitality Esports picks up the Mouth. So, again, compared to the heals that Wild Growth has just picked up, I have a bad feeling about Vitality with that Malfurion. Now, Mouth is a good healer, but you can't compare Mouth to Rhaegar or the healing power of Uther in those team fights.
Well, that initial burst of healing isn't there. That Tasser helps with that shield to get you enough time to get that tranquility off. Normally, it's enough. Normally, these are very too commonly picks that you put together. Especially if the Malfurion goes with the healing talent at 7 and 13, with the extra ticks of regrowth at 7, and the life seeds at 13 to go get off the extra heals. A lot of sustain there. Can easily keep up with Rhaegar in terms of healing numbers every time you check throughout the point in the game. Probably going to see possibly a protective shield at 4, or perhaps they can go double healing ward. So a lot of options there they can go with in terms of sustain.
And it looks like everything is ready to go. So we're going to be getting over into the lobby, telling them that we are ready. If you want to ready up there, Brick.
All set.
But yeah, I'm going to go with chat favor again, and I'm going to go with Wild Growth. So, what do you...
both have very solid team compositions here for this map. It could go either way in terms of I could see what each team is trying to do. Wild Growth looking for that pick with that Stitches Uther, that hook into the stun, pick them off pretty quickly. You normally get an opportunity or two with the increased cooldown on the hook from that last patch on Stitches. Sometimes you have to decide, do we just want to go in if you miss that hook?
Yeah.
And sometimes that could be a difference maker.
All right, so the loading screen is getting up here, and we are ready to go into the next game. I might need to change the name titles here just to see when we get into the game what's going to pop up. And no, actually everything went fine. So let's start off with the blue side. We have Team Wild Growth. We have Jimmy on Rhaegar, Killu, Zion on the Stitches, Vu on the Uther. We have Bly, Thok on the Tychus, and we also have Jordo on the Vala.
Yeah, it looks like on the other side we're gonna have ETC at Herd Ridge. I'm not pretty sure. I don't know how you can have those consonants together in that order. Kron on Tassadar, Sim Silly on Malfurion, Lord Twisted on Jaina, and bottom lane we got the Zagara, which is Anubis.
And that's going to be Vitality Esports for anyone who is not familiar with who they are. So let's go over Sky Temple really quick and what the normal is. Now, the normal is usually like a 3-lane push up top on both sides. Then it comes down to temple awareness and getting to those temples first and setting up shop. Now, usually what happens in a lot of the scene is you see one temple each, along with lanes being pushed. So a little bit different from how this game's going, where it's actually 3-on-3 mid, while the other lanes are just solo 1-by-1. Jimmy up top with Herterich on the ETC. We have down bottom Jordo facing against Zagara there, and that's going to be a rough matchup because Zagara is definitely going to have the upper hand in those early levels.
Yeah, definitely trying to get that early control with top and bottom. ETC's pretty close. Gonna have to force out that early ward from Rhaegar top. Going toe-to-toe. Both getting low there. And the trades, yeah, so far pretty even. Let's see the rotations for the first shrines here. First temples.
Yep. So it looks like we're going to have Wild Growth setting up shop on the first temple. in the middle here. Killu taking a lot of damage from SimSilly going down, taking a lot of bit of damage there, but he's going to heal up and be out. Hedgeridge coming in. Vu, rough positioning, used his heals. Hunter Killer goes out, and Zagar's going to end up taking that kill from him. But still, at this point though, we do have Wild Growth taking care of that middle temple. Now are they going to be able to stay? That's a whole different question because they are outnumbered 1. But that does not leave Wild Growth unhappy or scared because they're just going to go up top. They're going to rotate top and just capture that one.
Yeah, they lost the Uther. They got a few ticks off of the temple, a few of the attacks. Now they actually decided to come back mid. Looks like they were going to give it up, but now they're back. They're trying to see what they can do here.
Wow, and Hurts just taking a lot of damage from the team of Wild Growth. They end up taking him down here, and they're going to try and push and take this temple before all the ammo. Kron taking a lot of damage here, gets stunned by Vu and Belai. They're just going to come up and, wreck his face with that bullet. Boom, 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 going right off.
Yeah,
so,
they get the 2 picks there. The shrine's over. Now it's time to fight over top.
So that was definitely in the favor of Wild Growth. They did a very good job. At that point, SimSilly has to retreat. You can see that the rest of the team is going to be heading up here. Vala, just to recap, does stay mid. So we want to see how that's going to play out. But I think Wild Growth is going to have both these both these temples. They're going to come ahead with both.
Yeah, it looks like Vitality's just going to give them up. Actually, no, they get a little pressure to going in with just the ETC, Melf, Jaina, they're poking away, but yeah, Wild Growth's able to hold the shrine. They get the rotation in from Uther. Not looking good here, but for Vitality, most likely they're gonna have to pull out here. Hopefully not lose this Malfurion.
Yeah, Mouth is taking a lot of damage. Rhaegar with the totem going down, but it doesn't do enough. Bly in the back getting damaged out by Zagara. But as you can see, Jimmy goes in and actually steals that temple. But unfortunately, Vu is going to end up going down, and Jimmy also in the process. So it was definitely worth it in a sense. I mean, they got 2 temples from that. Still, though, the experience is now in the rise for Vitality. They are actually ahead a decent amount here.
Yeah, they kept up the soak. They tried to get what they can. That late rotation from the Zagar to help get those 2 picks. They got a little bit ahead. Now they're pretty much even. Experience is starting to round out. Rotations are coming around. See who's going. Zagar's trying to get back bottom, set up, get her creeps down there, get prepared for the next temple. See let's see if any camps are taken here.
Hook goes out on Kron, but it's not going to be enough. Tassor with those shields does get away in the mid lane. Still down bottom, we have Zagar pushing on Anu. Just trying to go back and forth, clear those waves. So as you can see at this point, it's coming down to a factor that they're just going and doing their mercenary camps on the downtime. Mercenaries, lanes, trying to stay up on the experience. And this is that crucial time where you end up seeing a lot of teams do this, where they'll cap the bruiser camp because it's going to end up pushing top lane while the temple's going on down bottom. But as you can see, Vitality starting to kind of rotate and get their position ready for that bottom temple that's going to be coming up shortly.
Yeah, they cleared their bruiser camp quicker. They're waiting to cap it. Trying to just leave that ETC to watch over it, guard the lane. Hopefully no one sneaks in and steals it. They had that early rotation down. Now they're getting their siege, capping that side. They're really getting ready for that. They're actually waiting on that one too. They're trying to not show their hand as to what they have control over. Rotating around, trying to get in a better positioning for that next temple. See if it pays off for them here. They grab that first camp, grab the second camp, and the response by all the growths to grab theirs. And now they're starting a late siege. The temple's starting. It's a little bit risky. 10's approaching here.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting fight coming up here for the temples. Both of them are going to be at that point where they're about to hit 10. Now, it looks like Vitality is going to hit 10 first, and they do, but Wild Growth very close themselves. So, I want to see.
Oh, you see that? 1 minion short of that 10. Oh, they finally get it there.
Yeah, they do get it now. So they're still in this. Still a lot of life left on that temple to acquire it. And right now, ETC comes down with a stage dive. Does not hit anyone, but comes in that fight. Killu is in the back line. He needs some help from Jordo and Belai. They're going to be coming in, but Kill with that ancestral healing coming out on him from Jimmy. Still up in this fight. A lot of damage is going out across Vitality. As you can see, they're all low. Divine Storm comes out, hits all of them. Lord going back with a lot of damage on that Jaina. As you can see, very, very low. And Lord still alive with barely any health left. Blue team member goes down for wall growth, and this is going to be a win for Vitality.
The sustain there was insane.
Wow,
the smart play there. Watching that team fight, that Malfurion. A lot of Malfurions, you'll see they'll pop that Tranquility too early. He waited and waited until it was direly needed. Perfect timing on that. Great amount of sustain. Able to withstand all of the healing. That early Ancestral just held it out. Kept that Jaina alive. Didn't lose her till the very end. She probably could have just backed off at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a miscalculated call, but at the same time, you know, they end up getting this boss here, and that's a big win for Vitality at this point, because now they have to be defending on this, and this is going to end up taking their bottom keep. As you can see, it's so low. It's as low as you know. So I could see this boss definitely taking it without any pressure. The side of Vitality, they end up going back, full healing their whole crew, and just it's going in their favor at this point.
Yeah, they're about to hit this level 13 talent. Just give them a nice advantage. They're going to rotate mid. A lot of rotations they could choose. They're probably going to rotate bot. Afraid of a little push bottom, but they're not sure what to do. They're trying to rotate around, try to react, try to keep their map control and their level advantage, and rotate accordingly. See what they're able to do here.
This is a map that you do not want to kind of fall behind, especially at later points in the match, because you're going to end up snowballing. This map is known for its snowball. So when you get to that point where you're falling too far behind, you're going to get screwed. And they go and here, Jordo, and wow, okay, so they do end up getting him. Bly and Jordo was on that attack and ends up getting Zagar. She's going to be down for at least 25 more seconds there. An ult goes out. Level 10 goes out from Jaina, Water Elemental, but it's not going to be used properly as it kind of just goes to waste at that point.
Yeah, they basically had to just accept their losses. They pulled back. They didn't want to lose their advantage. They got that level advantage. They're going to lose that talent advantage now. They're only a level ahead. It's still a nice advantage. They didn't want to accept anything else. Just want to get ready for the next temple. Zagara back. Temple coming up. Now they have an option. It looks like there's going to be fight over a mid-temple here.
Yeah, they're going to head for mid first. No one's heading down bot at the moment. They're all going to come in here, and this is going to be another team fight that's going to be going on. Hook goes out from Kilu, does not pull anyone in, so that's going to be a disadvantage there. A lot is going down. Divine Storm goes out on SimSilly. That's a lot of damage, and getting taken down from Bly in the back, and this is going to be going in the favor of Wild Growth at the moment, as Kron is left out here. Going to be popping out soon from his dimension. Gets healed up from Sim, but gets hooked back in. Sim taking a lot of damage here, and no one else is going to die, but at the same time, Wild Growth's going to be back in the game here.
Again, that sustain, just keeping a lot of people up. They're trying to rotate around, probably just not focusing their damage enough. They're trying to get that Uther who snuck around through that middle lane slot there. They're trying to finish him off, unable to do so, and just fell a little bit behind. Now they're going to settle for the bottom shrine, which is not really bad consolation prize, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not a bad overall from what it was. As you can see, we have Vitality heading up to these giant camps, and they're going to end up stealing off of Wild Growth. So from everything that just happened, actually Vitality was in a better spot there, in my opinion.
Yeah, Wild Growth got that pick, and then they kind of played a little too safe and just took their bruiser camp. They had that advantage of 5 versus 4. They didn't make a play on bot. They just pulled back, played the safe bruiser camp, and said, "All right, guys, we'll take this trade right now." It was actually an interesting decision to do. Uther's sprinting bottom. I'm not sure. I don't know if they realized that temple is over with there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, why is he sprinting? Maybe he had to go somewhere or had to go bathroom. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that sprint's going to be down for a little bit there. And Wild Growth just going to end up pushing bot here. They're going to try and take this keep down before they need to retreat, but it's not going to happen because Vitality, they're on their game this match. And they're going to retreat from here. They know Wild Growth should not be fighting because they do not have their level 16 talents yet, so they have a whole tier over them. But we've seen weird things happen before, so...
Well, see, they had the talent advantage, and ETC could have stage dive, but they say, why should we? We have ETC soaking top, try to keep our level lead, play it safe here, play it smart. Let's wait for a good time to initiate over something that is going to gain us. Something to our advantage. And ETC pushing top with that bruiser camp, they're going to make them react to that here.
So it's just going back and forth at this point. They just want to be clearing their lanes, making sure that minions aren't pushing them. Like that death wave up top, if that would have been left alone, that would have been the downfall of that up top, that keep. So I'm glad they rotated up there as a team and did that. Killoo coming down here with Vu, clearing the middle lane. But Temples are back up already, and they're going to be on fire in about 20 seconds here. As you can see, most of Vitality is down at the bot lane. They're going to try and capture this because it seems like the better opportunity. But Wild Growth, they're coming. They're trying to set something up.
Wild Growth's trying to clear that minions. Try to prepare to make a play here. Even talent, half a level difference, just stats, not a big deal here. See what they try to do. If they're going to try to commit, they're going in. Looks like they're going in. And it looks like Vitality's just giving it up. And they're just saying, look, we got top. We're going to give this up. We're going to rotate around. We're going to play it safe right now.
Yeah, Vitality just kind of backing off. You can see ETC is up top taking that. And he ends up taking that keep we were looking at about 2 minutes or so ago up top. So the only thing left is the inner structures and the core itself. Killoo's getting stopped in those roots there for a second, but he does make it out. No team engage or anything like that. They know better because ETC can come down. Bly coming in. Divine Storm going out from Vu. Kron taking a lot of damage and getting melted there, but still in this fight. Lord Twisted. Jaina taking out of the fight. Maw goes down. Oh my god. Hits the three-man Maw. Damage coming out. Vu gets knocked down. Jimmy does not get that ancestral healing. Killoo does get knocked out before he can even do anything, and they are on the hunt for Bly. They want to get this ace. They are pushing him back. Heritage still on that, knocking him back. Just needs a little bit of a punch. Will they get this? And the minions are even helping.
Yeah, they turned that around there. ETC at first it was like, you're looking, you're saying, oh, the ETC is the stage diving, what's going on? They had that good initiate, they got the Jaina separated. However, just completely turned around with that stage dive in. That Maw, like you said, on the 3 people, able to turn that around. 5 for 1.
Just very, very rough for Wild Growth. Early fight, it looked like they had it. They Divine Storm into 3 other opponents. They actually had them nuked to under 0.5% in a matter of seconds.
Tranquility.
But yeah, that's all you have to say.
Gotta say.
Yeah,
Tranquility. One word.
They couldn't finish anybody off in enough time, and they end up taking boss. They end up taking the temple. This is going to be a great push from Vitality because they are going to hit level 20 first. And like I said, this is a snowball map. If you're not keeping up on the times, keeping up on the levels, talents, you're going to fall behind.
Level and a half here. They're gonna let the boss do work. They're looking to see if they could perhaps get a good initiate. They probably don't want to overcommit, probably want to wait for that 20, but they do also want to get this keep here. So it's gonna see how hard they're willing to commit.
I think they're gonna be able to get this. As you can see, Zagara doing a lot of damage right there to it. You have the giants in the back. The minions did come up, and they do end up getting that. Not quite 20, so they can't really engage on it, but they are close enough. Hook goes out on hurt. But
not the guy you want to get there.
Nah,
not really able to take advantage of it.
ETC's gonna get away. ETC is the man. He can pull him in all you want, try and stun him down, but he's gonna end up getting away anyways. And
now that level 20's right there. But wow, that Wild Growth catching that Jaina mid, that's huge for them. That's gonna give them a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah. 5v4 coming up. Hook goes off on Sim, But Sim does have his level 20. He did take Bolt of the Storm. Sim is ETC. You see Winter Mute on Jaina. Tassadar hasn't picked it yet. And Bolt of the Storm on Zagar. So 3 Bolt of the Storms on the side of Vitality. On the side of Wild Growth, they end up getting the Bruiser Camp here as a steal, but they are still not even close to being level 20.
Yeah, they're able to get this temple. They're gonna secure it down, and it looks like Vitality's just gonna say, "Look, we were gonna give up that temple. We know Jane is down for another 20 seconds. Let's just put some pressure mid. Let's see what we can gain. Zagar's defending top. We're just gonna try to make the most out of it here. Squeeze that lemon."
You gotta watch though. Wild Growth's coming down, but they do end up seeing, especially Tassadar. You can't hide from a Tass. He's always gonna see you. And Vu taking a lot of damage coming in. Is he gonna try and do a Divine Storm? I don't think it's up yet. No, it's actually it is still up. It's up to go, but he does not use it. He waits just in case. Bly taking a lot of damage back there. Jordo getting melted from the Archon from Kron, and they're getting pushed back here. Zagar in with the bolt, does not get anyone in the maul. That's a fail maul, so not going to come out anything on there. And we see Lord Twisted coming back into the fight now.
Yeah, they were looking to try to see if they can get a pick there, but then they said, "Hey, look, Stitches, we'll send you top. Try to get a few hits at that temple." They said, "We'll just try to not overly engage, play it safe, try to get that level 20, try to coast right now. We know we're down. We don't want to make a big mistake." And they played it safe, and it kind of worked out for them. Just traded out, very close to that 20, and that's really what they're looking for right now. Hopefully you get that for any team fight. And Vitality's really just saying, all right, fine, we're not going to play overly aggressive either. So seeing what's going to happen next. Really nothing left on the map per se. The temples still have a little bit of time for the next one's up, because that last one did take a little while. They're just posturing for position middle.
And just looking at the stats of the game, I mean, Malf is out healing Rhaegar at the moment, and Uther. Not double it, but I mean, Malf's at 42, they're at 38 and 27 at this moment. So Malf's definitely doing work. Now, another thing that's coming up is temples are coming up soon, and at that 20-minute mark, 3 of them pops up. Not like either team is in a rough position at the moment where, okay, it's sudden death, but it's getting to that point where it's going to start getting hairy in the next couple of seconds here.
Yeah, they got that 20. That's huge. They also get the hookup, but not the person they want. They got a Tassadar. Like, all right, fine, we got a Tassadar. Not able to, you're not happy ever hooking Tassadar unless he's really alone. Not able to really gain anything for that. And here come the 2 temples.
Yeah, so we see Wall Growth coming in. They're going to try and contend this temple. Now, it's not triple temples yet. It's actually just double. It's mid and top, so it's going to be a little bit after 20. I think probably like the 22-minute mark now.
Yeah,
if I had to say.
That fish hook miss there.
That fish.
And they're going in anyway. Here we go.
Ooh, with the Divine Storm just melting members of Vitality eSports. Hurt in the middle of all this damage, still getting punished here. Ends up blinking out of it, Bolt of the Storm, but the Lord gets pulled in anyways. Jordo ends up going for ETC, gets the attack on him. Jimmate ends up ancestral healing Kilu. Now we have Kron and Zagar still left on the map for Vitality, but this is going to be an overall win for Wild Growth here, as they're going to end up taking Middle Temple here. And Stitches, Kilu, he's going up for the top, folks. So this is going to be a double Temple attack in favor of Wild Growth.
Wow, this is actually quite interesting. They're giving up the temples.
As you can see, Zagar is pushing. And Kron's pushing also.
They gave up the temples to try to push, and that didn't really... I'm not really sure why they did that. And now they're kind of rotating back to defend. Vitality kind of just tricked them. I'm not really sure what really happened there. It's just... I could have got the temples. Now Tassadar is going to try to go top. I don't really think it's going to last too long, but they got their team. Death Timer's back. They're going to be coming back. Temples are... Okay, mid's gone. Top still has most of the temple off.
Kron gets taken out from that Divine Storm from Vu and Jordo also with Jimmy. So Kron is out for 60 seconds there. That's a major factor also. And as you can see, most of the members are coming down to the boss, but Wild Growth knows a little bit better. And like you were saying, I don't know what the whole deal with the temples was. They could have capped them both. Kulu with the hook goes out, but he doesn't actually end up getting anybody. As you can see on the side of Vitality, top fort is almost dead. Middle fort is almost dead. And bottom fort, I mean, that still needs to have work done on, but both of those temples could have taken both of those out. So
wow, and that temple's still up top.
That's what I'm saying.
Now Vitality's gonna go and capture it. I mean, yeah, it looks like they're giving up boss here. They say, look, we don't want to 4v5 you. They've just managed to just move around the map and force that advantage that Wild Growth had, and they just said, look, we're toy with you here, keep you moving around, keep you guessing, and they're able to get, now they're pulled off the temple, trying to regroup. They don't want to make a mistake. They know how that last team fight went with.
Hook goes on Sim. Sim is going to get melted with the non-stop stuns and the hook in from Kilo, and that's going to be mouthed down for 60 seconds. So again, another clutch play from Wild Growth as they end up securing that kill that they need, and that's why you pick Stitches. If you're not landing those hooks, if you're not getting those in, what are you to the team? You're just another Diablo, technically. So, very good hooks from Kilu, and they end up taking this where now they do get both forts down. They're going to get this tower, and they're going to do damage to this keep down bot. So, okay, I'll give it to Wild Growth. It worked in their favor.
Well, the Vitality made a major mistake by leaving that mouth alone. Like,
that's true, yeah.
They had everything in their hands to come back and make a good fight, but with this mouth down for the next 15 seconds here, damage is going to be done to the core, looks like.
And they're looking like they're going to go in. Hurt ends up stage diving from behind. Maul goes down on Bly, but that's not going to be enough, and does go down on Zagara. Lord Twisted already half health. Hurt taking a lot of damage because he is being body blocked at the moment. Jimmy, with that ancestral healing, goes off. Divine Storm on Sim. Divine Storm on Kron. Both of them taking a lot of damage. And honestly, this is game. Wild Growth. Again.
Vitality made that last stand with 10 seconds left in that mouth period, and they might be regretting it now. It's probably a sour taste in their mouth saying, look, we probably didn't have to go on yet. The shield was still up on the core. They could have probably just poked, but they went full engage. They said, look, we have to all in.